Hello friends, I am Professor Deepak Jha and today in this particular video we'll solve a transportation problem using LCM method. So LCM method के जो sum है already we have seen in the previous videos. In this particular video we'll check some new type of LCM method where we have to introduce dummy row or dummy column. Okay. So as we already know कि transportation problem is solved in two phases. In the first phase we have to find IFS, which is initial feasible solution, using northwest corner rule, LCM method or VAM method. And in second phase we solve optimum solution, means the problem which are solved from phase 1, whether it is optimum or not, means is there any further reduction of cost is possible. For that we apply Modi method. Okay, so let's come to our part LCM method. So in order to solve the sum using LCM method, first thing what you have to check is two pre-check you have to do. First thing, whether the problem is minimization problem or not, and second, whether it is balance or not. So considering the fact that it is minimization problem, this because we have to reduce the transportation cost, so obviously transportation cost we have to minimize. Second thing, whether it is balance or not. So how to check balance? Problem is balance or not? That is depending कि whether the total demand is equals to total supply or not. Okay. So in this particular sum, if you will consider the demand is 144 from W, 204 X and Y 82, that give you total demand of 430. Similarly, if you talk about the supply from factory A is 152, from factory B total supply can be 164, and similarly from C is 154. So total supply is 470, whereas total demand is only 430. Means entire demand can be satisfied, but still there would be 40 units left. Okay, so problem is not balanced because your total demand is not equals to total supply. In that case, what you have to do, that you have to see. Okay, so we have to make it equal, because until unless your demand will be equal to supply, we cannot solve the sum. Okay, so what you are supposed to do is you have to introduce dummy. So exceed is what? Total supply 470 minus demand is 430. To the extent of 40, we have to create dummy demand. We have to create a dummy demand to the extent of 40 so that the problem will be balanced. Okay, so let us introduce demand of 40 and one more column will add Z. Okay, so problem is balanced now. Okay, now these are representing the cell cost from factory to respective warehouse. The cost per unit is given. Cost per unit from A to W is 16. Cost of transportation from A to X is 24. From A to Y is 24, and similarly so on. Here, what will be the cost of dummy row? Since it is dummy row or column what we have introduced in our sum, the basic purpose is to solve the sum. Because until unless problem will be balanced, you cannot solve, correct? So what will be the cost? The cost will be 0, because there is no real cost attached with this thing. Okay, so cost for dummy column here will take 0, 0, 0. Now the problem is also balanced and we have taken cost also. Now we have to solve this particular sum using least cost method. As the name suggests, least cost means we have to make the allocation at that place where there is a least cost. Okay. So if you will observe, the least cost in every row is 0. So ideally we should allocate at 0 place. But since it is a dummy column that you have introduced, therefore all the values in the row, in all row there is 0, correct? So जब भी आप डमी रो या डमी कॉलम इंट्रोड्यूस करते हैं तो LCM method, it is advisable to start with non-zero element. जीरो से allocation start नहीं करना क्योंकि वो डमी है, तो हम लोग allocation वहां से करेंगे जहां पे जीरो नहीं रहे. नॉन जीरो एलिमेंट लिस्ट कॉस्ट लेना है जीरो को छोड़ के और allocation करना है. ओके, सो आउट ऑफ द रिमेनिंग, जीरो को नहीं लिया है हमने, आउट ऑफ द रिमेनिंग व्हाट इज द लोएस्ट कॉस्ट इन दिस cost cell matrix? So the list cost is attached with 16. So my first allocation will be at that place where demand is 144 and supply can be 152. So lower of this 144 will allocate here. By allocating 144 unit to AW, the entire demand is exhausted. Therefore, no further allocation in this column. And this 152 is now reduced to 8. Next allocation, you have to make it. Next lowest cost. And the next lowest cost in this remaining cell is 24. 24 is here also, 24 is here also. Now where you make the allocation? Cost is clashing. Cost is clashing. At that time, you have to check at what place you can allocate the maximum unit. At that place, you have to make the allocation. Okay, so first check. How you check? If I will allocate at AX, how much unit I can allocate? Okay, if I will make the allocation at AX, see the demand is 204 and the supply is only 8. So how much unit will you able to? Only to the extent of demand, 8 unit. Similarly check, we'll make allocation here at that place, which is AZ. The demand is also 8 and supply can be 84, 82. So only 8 unit you can satisfy. So cost is also same, the unit also same. At that time you can take any, because कोई changes नहीं आएगा cost में. So the next allocation will be at this place, and demand is how much? 204, but supply only 8, so 8 unit allocate. By allocating 8 unit here, what changes will make? Entire row का जो सप्लाई था फैक्ट्री ए से वो एग्जॉस्ट हो गया, सो नो फर्दर allocation in this row, and this 204 is now reduced to 196. Similarly, you have to go further and check the lowest cost. The lowest cost in this cell is now 48, but 48 is again clashing. Here is also 48, here is also 48. So where you make the allocation? Again you have to check where maximum unit you can allocate. So check, if I make the allocation in cell CX, how many unit you are able to allocate? So 196 is the demand and 154 is the supply. So the lower of these two is 154. But if you make the allocation in this cell, which is BY, the demand is only 82, supply can be 164, so only to the demand, which is 82. Okay, so the higher unit that you can allocate at same cost is cell CX. So I'll make the allocation at this cell, and the demand, which is 196, supply is 154, the lower of these two is 154 unit I'll allocate here, and after this what will happen is entire supply is exhausted, so no further allocation in this row, and this 196 is now reduced to 42. Okay, since we are following the least cost method, my next allocation will be at that row or column where there is least cost out of the remaining. Okay, So you already make the allocation here. The next lowest cost, since you have considered this 48, now the next lowest cost is obviously this 48. Okay. So what you are supposed to do is we have to make the allocation here. Here the demand is how much? Here the demand is 82 and supply is 164. So 82 unit. By allocating 82 unit here, this demand entirely exhausted and this 164 is now 82. Okay. Again check. What is next lowest cost? So next lowest cost, we are not considering at present 0. 72. Demand is 42. Supply is 82. We'll take 42 unit here. So entirely demand is exhausted and now this 82 is reduced to 40. At the end, if you observe, you have to make the allocation at 0 place because there is demand of 40 and supply is also available 40. So you make the allocation at that place, and with this we have finished the allocation part. Okay, so after finding the solution, you have to check the rim condition. The purpose of finding the rim condition is to check whether the problem is non-degenerate or not. So how to check rim condition? Your row plus column minus 1 should be equals to number of allocation. So here row was 3, column was 4, minus 1 is total 6, and if you check the number of allocation, total allocation was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. That is also 6. So we can say rim condition is satisfied. Means this problem is non-degenerate. So unit multiplied by cost per unit. So unit you have allocated 144, the cost was 16. Similarly 8, cost was 24. Similarly 42 unit, cost was 72. Then 82 unit into 48, 40 into 0 plus 154 into 48. And you have to multiply all this and the total cost will be 16,848.